You were supposed to be the one, Duncan.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know.
What happened?
You know,
what happened?
I asked for feedbacks for next time because I'm probably going to try to do this again because I can't help myself. And my feedback was, I don't trust that you'll be active. Which, in my defense, yeah. I
Who
mean,
said that?
Princess. To be fair, she has a point to be worried about that. But how can you be inactive as a sheriff? People are going to constantly yell at you to do things. Maybe next time, Nino.
You were supposed to be the one.
Is McNulty bad? I mean, he's pretty good. I think he's good. Are you satisfied with McNulty?
I mean, it's not about whether he's good or not. It's about what you could have made. Everything. You were the chosen one, Duncan. And I think you still are.
Maybe one day, Nino. Maybe one day I'll be the big dog.
Why one day? Why not today?
I mean, McNulty's already been selected. There's no point for me to be installed in. And
Duncan,
are you ready for Under Sheriff Helen though? That's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna say that I think Helen. I actually wouldn't mind Helen. I think Helen's actually not that bad. I actually would like Under Sheriff Helen, to be honest, because I've talked mad shit, kind of like almost to her face, and she's not a pussy about it. And she, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind Helen because I feel like I can talk shit to her, and she is not going to take it like hyper personally. So
She's pretty good at that.
I like conflict. I just don't like conflict when shit gets like weird. And I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I actually would prefer her.
That's actually
I think I had a very misunderstanding of her, to be honest. I mean, yeah, she's done some wild shit, and it was funny to say some stuff, but she didn't really take it like in any kind of strange way. So yeah, I actually think Under Sheriff Helen would be pretty good.
So, I think she'd be fine as long as she doesn't ruffle feathers.
But I don't know. Like I don't know. Some like listen. Here's the thing, right? If I'm gonna be honest, Duncan, like I would have loved to see a Duncan BCSO, but beyond that, like I don't really have too much stock in whatever happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with Helen, I'm just gonna say it because I don't want to leave it ambiguous, right? I'd rather just say what it is, and I'll tell this to her as well. The only issue I have with Helen is I didn't like that. I'm not a big fan of ultimatums, and I didn't like that she pulled an ultimatum with Peters.
What was the ultimatum?
And I'm sure that I'm not gonna hold that grudge forever. It's just now that it's over, right? The ultimatum was if Peters is sheriff, she'll quit. And I don't like when people would do that, and especially say things like, I do a lot of hard work, so if I quit, it's going to be really bad for everybody. I don't like that. Not a fan. Peters isn't sheriff, so it's, we move on. That's my only issue. Everything else, she's she'll bark and you'll bark and she'll bark and you'll bark and, it's not, like you said, it's not weird. I think that's why people like me, because they can be mean to me and I won't cry.
You're sniffling right now, Duncan. I feel like it's still affecting you. What the ultimate choice to
have? No, I just sound like that.
Listen, Duncan. If things get real bad, right? You can always try to impeach him.
I don't know about that one. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think it's a route I want to go down. I will say this. If I do sound sniffly, it's because I miss Slacks.
What do you mean miss him?
He's the one who hired me. He brought me in an elevator and he said, do you understand the assignment? And I said yes, and then I was hired.
What was the assignment?
We go way back. It was never clarified.
he
needed help with the police department. He pulled me in an elevator. He said, I really need help. I really need officers out there. And I said, I understand. He's like, do you understand the assignment? I said, yes. We used to hang up on the mountains. We used to do barrack stuff on the mountains.
Okay, my understanding of barrack stuff on the mountains might be very different from your understanding. What do you mean you did barrack stuff with him on the mountains?
We used to talk for hours in the mountains off duty.
Okay, what else? You know what? I don't want to know.
I've never been the same since he left.
I'm sorry.
So if I sound like I'm sniffling, that's the real reason.
Yeah. You know he's still out there, right?
Slacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I texted him like 8 months ago and I said, you coming back? And he texted me like 2 months ago and said no.
Well, Duncan, I'm going to get to it, all right? And I wish you all the best.
Yeah, everything's going to be okay. McNulty's actually good.
I certainly prefer him over losing Peters in the LSPD. So, but
Thought that he was your guy. Thought you wanted him in the sheriff.
I feel like a lot of people selectively hear what I say to fit their no. I would have been happy. Wait, why did anyone think I wanted Peters to leave LSPD? Okay. So, I mean, listen, to be fair, my opinion sort of changed based on things, right? So I think there was definitely a point in time where I was, you know what it is? I think I was generally supportive of him because at the end of the day, I fuck with Peters and whatever makes him happy is happy. But like,
I think maybe I'm probably
down,
mixing up conversations I've had with you with the conversations I've had with Kyle Pred, so I might be mixing them up.
Yeah, that might be what it is. Obviously, I was gonna support him.
Tied to that.
Yeah, I was gonna support him. I think there was a point in time, like a singular day, where I'm like, we need Peters because I saw some just absolutely just nasty shit just coming out of BCSO. I'm like, okay, honestly, they just need to be wiped, type shit. But I was on that energy for a day, so maybe it caught me on that day. But by and large, every time I thought about it, Peters up north, I couldn't help but be like, LSPD would become a shell of itself without him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think Turner brings the strictness.
And they really left me, huh?
What do you mean?
They really left me, huh?
What do you mean they left you?
I got drove off with without me.
What do you mean?
Because I was on the phone running around, they left me.
I'm sorry to hear. All right, Duncan. I'm going to get going. I wish you all the best.
Okay.
All right. Bye. What the fuck does he mean by that? They left him where?